Hi, I am Mr. Madrilejos, your high school math teacher. I am willing to help you with your math problem. Shoot me an email. Just don't forget to like and subscribe my videos.
This is Mr. Madrilejos, Algebra 2, Week 2. We're going to continue Week 1 topic, order of operation. The topic, it says order. So we need to do the operation by order. Okay. This is composed of numbers, multiple operations such as addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, and raised to a power. So there's a lot of numbers going on. But we need to know how do we start. We're going to use the word PEMDAS, or please excuse my aunt, dear Aunt Sally. P stands for parentheses. It means we're going to start with the parentheses of group of number. So group of numbers. E stands for exponent. M stands for multiplication or multiply. If you see a parenthesis, it's multiply. And if you see exponent, you raise to a power. D stands for division. 4/2, that means a division. Or 4 divided by 2 is a division. A stands for addition. And S stands for subtraction. Rules. If you encounter that multiplication, division, addition are together, the rules is you need to work from left to right. Okay. Let's start with example number 1. It says here, 16 plus 2 raised to thirds divided by 4 all over. All over means you're going to divide. 1 minus 2 raised to 2. Okay. I'm going to start with the top. Okay. The next question here is, do we see a parenthesis? I didn't see parentheses, but I see group of numbers. Group of numbers on numerator and group of numbers on the denominator. So they are on separate. Okay. Next is, do we see exponent? Yes, I do. I do see exponent. I saw 2 raised to 3 and negative 2 raised to 2, or 2 times 2 raised to 2. So the first thing I'm going to do here, I'm going to deal with 2 raised to 3. What's 2 raised to 3? This is 2 times 2 times 2. So 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. So that number is positive 8. Okay. I'm going to copy that number there. I'm going to copy this operation here. And I'm going to copy that too. 1 minus. The next thing I'm going to do is this. It's 2 times 2. That makes 4. So those are the things that I did as exponent. Now here we go. multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. So for me right now, I don't see multiplication, I see division. So I'm going to start with my division. So 8 divided by 4 on top, the first group here on top, or numerator, 8 divided by 4, that gives me 2. I'm going to copy the 16 plus. On the bottom, I can do something at the bottom. So 1 minus 4 gives me negative 3. Okay. So these are the process, okay? First process, second process, third process, and then we're going to do the fourth process here. What's 16 plus 2? It's 18. All over negative 3. Okay, that's a fourth process. That's the answer. But what can I do is simplify. Although that's my answer, it's needed to be simplified. 18 divided by 3 is 6, but there's a negative there. A positive divided by negative is a negative, so my answer is negative 6. Okay. Another example. Example number 2. Example number 2. Let's do 7 minus 3 squared all over raised to 2 plus 6 raised to 2. The same process I'm going to do, the same process. I saw parentheses, I saw groupings. So I'm going to start with the groups. So to start with that group, I saw numbers inside the parenthesis that has exponent, because that's the next word the exponent. I'm going to start with this. So 3 times 3, that means 3 times 3 makes 9. That's the new number there. 7 raised to 2. This one too, I can do something here. 6 times 6 makes 36. I can do that later, but it's not going to affect my groupings here. Next, inside the parenthesis again. 7 minus 9, this gives me 2. Negative raised to 2 plus 36. So if you notice, first step, second step, on the third step, I still have parentheses there. I need to deal with parentheses. So this is negative 2 times a negative 2. A negative times a negative turns to a positive, but I don't need to write that. 2 times 2 makes 4. So this is 4 here. Copy this number here, 36. Last step is you just need to add. That's the last step. 4 plus 36 is 40. Okay. Last example. Example number 3. Evaluate the expression. So week 1, they tell you what's expression and what's equation. Okay. So I'm going to give you an expression here. When A is equals to 8, B equals to negative 3, C is equals to 4 and D equals to negative 2, I'll give you an expression of A over A, or A divided by A plus 6B minus 5C. If you remember last week, we talked about a parenthesis for every letter. So this number here, I can write that as A over A plus 6 times B minus 5 times C. Okay. My A is 8. My B is negative 3. And my C is 4. So we don't need D. Okay. Let's start with to deal with this. 8 divided by 8 is simple as 1. Okay. Next is a positive 6 multiplied by negative 3, it's negative 18. Negative 5 times 4 is negative 20. If you see that there's two signs here, we know that if you multiply these two, it's going to be negative 18. Positive times a negative is a negative 18. Let me just write that just here. I don't want to erase it because so you don't get confused. So we have a positive 1 minus 18 minus 20. So what's the rule? If you're working with addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, this part here, you start from left to right. So we have addition, subtraction, left to right. From left, 1 minus 18 is negative 17. Bring down this number here. Negative 17 minus 20. Same sign. I'm going to use the sign and I'm going to add the numbers. 17 plus 20 is 37. That will be the answer. Negative 37. Thank you.